Good evening, my friend. Here is yet another impromptu live stream that I would love to welcome you to. And today we're going to talk about a topic that I tend to struggle with a lot. I'm not sure if it was always like this or if it's just been recent years. I am okay, somewhat. Thank you for the question. I'm doing all right. My disease is up and down, but it's gonna get better. Yeah, I can function, so it's good. But the thing I'm gonna be talking about is actually something that in the recent years I have struggled with, and that is actually just sitting back and letting things happen. Yeah, because ever since I started this channel and I've worked extremely hard to grow it. I've had these big visions and goals that I've been working on, and I thought that everything could be in my control, and I tried to make it so that it was in my control, and I always did as much work as was necessary to achieve the goals that I had, right? But when you actually thank you guys. Hello everyone. Thank you. I appreciate you loving my videos. Yes. And the thing is that I have struggled with a lot actually just letting things happen because I always try to achieve my goals. I always try to work hard and I always imposed my mind and my will on the things I wanted to happen. And don't think that it's bad, right? Like it's not always bad, obviously. You need to have goals and you need to be focused and you need to work hard to achieve these goals. But you must not forget to actually relax and just let things happen. Sometimes some things are not in your control, and sometimes it's more things than you would like. But still, the hardest thing to do is just letting things happen in your life. At least for me. Maybe for you it's different. I have no idea. But for me, it's one of the hardest things in the recent years. And I think it's also one of the reasons why I now struggle with my disease. Because, sometimes, or some people could say most of the time, diseases start here in the mind, right? And in the body, you know, as stress. And the thing is that this disease is somewhat related to actually just trying to control everything and not letting things happen. Yeah. I think it's one of the reasons why I actually struggle with this now. And what could help me the most, and what I'm trying to learn these recent months, is just letting things happen. Just whatever happens, just let it happen, and it will all work out eventually. Yes. Even though I'm not satisfied with myself, for example, even though some circumstances and occurrences in my day, for example, make me feel like I have not done enough to achieve my goals, I'll just tell myself, well, who gives a fuck? Yeah, like who cares? Like it something will happen. There will be a result, and why should I bother about this? Why should I stress about this so much? Yeah. Um, Even though I'm not entirely happy with this approach, is the only approach I can take at the moment to actually put some stress off me to help my disease, right? And it's also very important to actually practice daily because sometimes you get just too much in your head and you start thinking about everything and you start to overthink, and then you open up your phone and you start scrolling on TikTok and Instagram or YouTube, and suddenly 20-30 minutes pass and you're like in your head and just like you're not focused at all, and you are actually thinking, why the hell did I manage to do this? Like, what am I gonna do now? It's gonna take another half an hour or an hour to actually start focusing on something again, like properly. Yeah, like why did I waste time doing this? Yeah, but when you do this at least like 3 times per day, or some people even more, for example, I struggle with actually scrolling on the toilet, because with my disease, sometimes I go to the toilet multiple times per day, right? And so, like, what do I do? Like to just like subconsciously relieve myself of the stress of that I have from my disease on the toilet. I just take my phone and I start scrolling, right? I check messages and then I start scrolling. And yeah, it's just so crazy that these devices and these apps can just steal so much of your mental capacity. And it's not even about as much as about mental capacity as it is about actually you having peace and you feeling at peace. Because imagine you actually just take your phone, if you have one, and you would throw it out the window and just forget about it. How much peace would that bring to your life, to your mind? Can you imagine? It's crazy, right? And so, one of the actual big challenges in my life that I'm going to be facing is just becoming more present and actually meditating more and removing social media from my life as much as necessary, even though I still use it to produce, to create content. Yes, I have to restrict myself in this case as much as possible. And I also need to do the other thing. I need to actually practice being present and aware. Because today, actually, I was in the gym, like I just came from the gym, and sometimes there are like these two extremely beautiful girls, right? Like these baddies, some people would say, right? And I actually did try to riz one of them, and I was like so bad, like it was so awkward, and one of the reasons why it was like this is because I actually do have some practice with this. Like it's not like I just like it was the first time in my life actually talking to a woman, right? Obviously, I do have some practice in this. But the thing is that I was just like so unfocused and so unaware and just like just too tight, even from the workout, obviously, that like it was just not flowing. Yeah, like my emotional intelligence was just not there. And it was so awkward. Yeah, but who cares? Like you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, so you have to take every shot at least. Like almost every shot. Yeah, because we regret the things we don't do more than we regret the things we do. Yeah, most of the time. And it's so sad to live a whole life actually just like feeling like, oh man, I wish imagine yourself laying on your deathbed and being like, oh my god, like, why did I care so much about what people thought about me? Like I wanted to do this and this and this and this, and I didn't do it because some people will think I'm crazy, or that I'm awkward, or that I'm dumb. Yeah, and like in 5 seconds you die. Like, wouldn't that be a terrible fucking feeling? The worst last thought that you could have before you die, just regretting the things that you did not do because some people would think that you look stupid doing them. Isn't it crazy? Yeah. So just do the things you want to do. Yeah. Obviously, don't be rude to people and don't be violent with people. Don't harm anyone and don't destroy someone's property. But apart from these things, usually you can do almost whatever you want, and the only thing stopping you is your mind, is the social programming, the social matrix that is just telling you, oh, doing that, like the people don't do that usually, and it would make me look awkward. For example, like imagine walking up to a woman and just like trying to get to know her. Yes, on the street. In your head, you are thinking like, oh my god, like people don't do this, and I feel so bad, and I'm afraid, and I'm scared, and blah blah blah. Like, who cares? Who cares? Just go do it. Just go and experience it and feel bad about it after. Even though that's not really the case, you usually feel very good about it because you actually faced your fear. Yeah. Just do the things you want to do. Nobody cares. Just be a kind person. Walk around in your life with a warm heart, with a kind heart. Learn to love people, and people will love you back, and you can do almost anything you want. That's the secret. That's the secret to feeling good all the time and being socially adept. Yeah. Obviously, it requires practice. The more you do this, the better you get. But if you never start, you will never get good. Yeah. All right, guys. But back to the topic. Actually, I'm just pretty much finishing, and I'm also finishing my dinner here. A Yeah, I don't even know how you call it. It's like a meal. Porridge. Say porridge. Yeah, I guess. And so, what I want to say in this stream, and what this stream was supposed to be about, is that just relax, man. Just relax because things will work out somehow. And usually, if you are a hard worker and you are not afraid of facing your fears, then the things in your life will work out in your favor eventually. If you have a good heart, things will work out. So just relax. Stop worrying so much about everything. Yeah, like 1 year from now, you will not remember the things you are going through now and that you are being worried about. In 100 years from now, you will be dead, most likely. You will not care at all. You will be dead. Yeah, so just don't worry. Let things happen. Don't stress too much because stress makes you sick and gives you diseases. And just enjoy your life. Yeah, work hard, be a good person, but enjoy your life as well. All right. Thank you for coming to this stream. Don't forget, if you haven't, to join DAM University. The link should be somewhere in the description of this live stream. And I will hopefully see you very soon. Thank you. See you soon.